Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your new moon in Leo reading. All right, so did I say new? I meant full. I'm sorry. Full moon in Leo reading. The full moon is going to appear on the 9th of February, and this energy will go for, approximately 2 more weeks. Let's talk about Cancer, what this energy is about. This full moon in Leo is all about courage and passion. It's about having energy, physical energy, mental energy. It's about our home and our families, relationships, all relationships, romantic, family, work relationships. This full moon in Leo energy is about being heart connected, right? Following that type of passion. It's about following your intuition for sure. And absolutely, this energy is about taking the lead in your own life. So let's go ahead and let me talk about this first, because I feel like this is something that Spirit wants me to talk about first. We have all this good energy, right? This passion. But remember, passion can go both ways. Passionate love, passionate hate. Okay? So the advice from Spirit overall is talking about making sure that we use this energy, this full moon in Leo energy, Cancer, using it for the better, right? Making sure that we're focusing on the passion of love, not the passion of hate, okay? So I just kind of want to put that out there because, especially for you, your overall energy from the divine pulled out the communication is key card. So very much, apparent that the divine is saying the words you choose, how you communicate, that is the key to success for you. No matter what you're trying to manifest, it's going to be that communication, okay? So communicate through love in all aspects that you do. Even if there's, an argument here or there, make sure you're communicating with the passion of love, not the passion of hate, not the, I'm sitting here, that person's talking, I don't really hear what they're saying because I'm too busy, stirring up my defense or whatever it might be. It's all about the communication. That can be communication in emails and texts and instant messages, okay? Just watch what you're saying, especially, guys, with the texts and the IMs, right, and all that stuff, because that you may mean one thing, but that can come across so different when you don't have the inflection of your voice and, the speed of your voice to stand behind it, okay? I think we've all been there at this point now. Right? Where you got a text message and you're like, what in the hell? Right? So just be very, very, very clear on how you're communicating. All right? Very clear on how you're communicating. That's your big message. Now, does that mean bad things? No. That just means be clear so the right message goes across. Now, your very first card out was very interesting to me because it's like you're wasting no time with this energy. There goes my dog. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Here's the funny thing. It's garbage day, and my dog went nuts over the garbage truck. I don't know why he's insane, but he's just not a fan of the garbage truck. He's never been near one. He just sees it out the window, but he loses his mind every Monday, right? Excuse me. I'm still getting over this bug too, guys. Sorry. Let me grab a drink here. Sip here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's enough barking. So let's get back into your reading here. You have the 5 of Cups in reverse. And that's you moving on from something, and that's good, okay? The reason it's good is because it feels like, for me, it doesn't mean it's just like instantaneous. Like, I'm just leaving this. I'm leaving this person, this relationship. That's not what I'm feeling, this job. Okay, what I'm feeling for you, Cancer, is more of I'm moving on from anything that doesn't serve my highest good, right? Because you're going to use this energy of the full moon in Leo to follow your passions, right? And you're not going to let anybody kind of hold you back from that. So so Spirit's like, it's more of a moving on from energy. It's not even necessarily a situation or person. It's almost like you're moving out of maybe some negative energy into some positive energy. Sometimes that comes from us, right? Our negative thoughts, our own negative thoughts on things. And it feels like you're really kind of moving on from that. You're using this wonderful, passionate courage, right? Because this full moon in Leo is about courage, and you're using this energy to walk away from any negative energy into positive energy. That's, the big feeling that I get with this, which is really nice because it really doesn't have to necessarily do with people or situation as much as it's inner, okay? It's inner recognition of, hey, maybe I've been too much in the negative world, my own, I don't want to say own doing because I don't want to put blame on it, but sometimes we all, and including myself, we get into that negative thought pattern, right? Oh, this is never going to work out. This relationship isn't going to work out. I'm never going to get that job. And I really feel like you're really moving away from that type of energy rather than a person or a situation, like a job or a relationship. However, for some of you, yeah, absolutely. It could be a person. It could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could. It could be a work situation. Maybe you're quitting a job. So yeah, it could be. I don't really feel like for the majority of you that's what it is, but it could be. Now, next out, you have the Queen, right? The Queen of Coins. Oh, I love this earth energy. So the Queen of Coins, listen, she is all about nurturing. She takes that coin and she knows how to grow anything, right? She's like a master gardener. Okay, she can make anything multiply, all right, and grow and become bigger and better. Therefore, she is in a place where she doesn't feel lack. Okay, because she knows how to grow and harvest. And this is kind of the energy that you're stepping into. Whatever this is for you, you're nurturing it. You're nurturing it to make it grow. So if it's a relationship, you're nurturing it to make it grow, to make it go to the next level. If that's, a romantic love, right? Same thing. You're nurturing it. Not spoil, okay? Not, oh, I'm going to buy this person, 10,000 roses. I know we're in the month of February, but you know what I'm saying. But nurture, that's quite different. It's caring, right? Showing how you care. If it's work related, it's nurturing your responsibilities at your work, nurturing your new business if you're a business owner, nurturing your clients. Okay, so again, this inspires growth because she knows how to grow that. So that's kind of the energy I feel you're stepping into. Okay, so you're stepping out of that. The communication is key. Communication with yourself, people. Cancer, communication with yourself. Be very careful how you're talking to yourself, how you're thinking, the negative thought patterns, because it's really easy to fall into that trap, right? I'm not saying you're doing it and you're purposely doing it, but we can get in a space where one little thing goes wrong and we snowball, right? One little tiny thing can go wrong and we just snowball and snowball and snowball. And that's that hate passion, right, that I was talking about. That doesn't sound right. Hate passion, but the passion where it's down, I don't know how to say it. It's just a spiral effect. I'm just, going down the rabbit hole of I'm not good enough. This isn't good enough. This is never going to work. Be very careful how you are speaking to yourself. Because I'll tell you, when the cards first came out, I thought, oh, well, maybe there's some relationship. Maybe there's some money in here. Let's see what Spirit has to say. But now within the first 3 cards, the overall, and these 2, this is focused on you. Okay, so this full moon in Leo Cancer, this is about focusing on you. Not necessarily the relationships, not necessarily, it's, Spirit, help me out. There's a lot of internal, okay, a lot of internal. Boy, that took a long time. Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, the next card out is the Tower. You're going to have an awakening, okay? This is, a lot of people see the Tower and they're like, oh, no, I don't want everything around me to crumble down. It's actually okay when things crumble down because those aren't true structures, right? They weren't built well. But I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of chaos around you. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of job losses or relationship endings. I feel more like this is just more of, yeah, I'm starting me over, right? It's kind of like the New Year's resolution, only you're doing it now, right? So, which is probably better, right? Because we tend to have those New Year's resolutions in a weekend. Sorry, I'm still getting over this book. I'm so sorry, Cancer. I still have a little bit of this cough left from this bug I had, and it kind of hits me out of the blue. This is a bad one, sorry. I keep taking a drink here, but it's not seeming to help. Okay. Let's try this. So, these are like the falsenesses about you that are crumbling down, are false beliefs. You know, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough. That's the stuff that's falling away. There's a purity coming out here. You know, this is so weird. Okay, that's better. My first thought was weird. This one makes sense. Okay, so Spirit's like showing me, you know, like if you are looking at the oyster, the outside of the oyster doesn't look that pretty, right? It doesn't look that pretty, but inside you find the pearl. That's what it is. You're kind of finding the pearl within, right? Which is really nice and quite different from the other readings so far. Then you have, you know, this is that awakening, and then this is the death card. Then you have the transformation. So that's good. We want to move out, right? This is transformation or transition. We want to transition out of that way of thinking, right? Out of the negative thought patterns. Yeah, this is very much about you and your work and doing your inner work over this full moon in Leo. It's very nice actually to see this happen, Cancer, because we all need to transform or transition. But I feel like this is kind of a big one for you. Like these are some big awakenings, some big like, okay, I'm not going to live like that anymore. I'm certainly not going to talk to myself that way anymore. I'm not going to let others talk to me in a demeaning way anymore. You're kind of standing up for yourself too, right? The courage. And remember I said the overall energy for the full moon in Leo is also, you know, taking the lead. It's like you're taking control of your life, your thought patterns, all sorts of really nice stuff in here, Cancer. Yeah, because look at what you have. You've got the King of Swords out next. That's all about that mental clarity. This really sheds some things, okay? You're really seeing how beautiful you are, how important you are, because you are. You're having passion for life again, passion within yourself, you know, looking in the mirror and being like, wow, I look good. So not only do you have the outer, but the inner, you know, a lot of that coming back in this month for you over this full moon in Leo. So Cancer, again, that's going to last about 2 weeks. It's really good energy to walk into, because here you also have the Hermit. That's definitely going within, soul searching. Okay, how can I make me better, right? How can I make me better? What do I need to know? What do I need to change? And it's not on anybody else's level, not their standards, your authentic self. Okay, so really, really nice. And then once you do that, it clears this space, right? It clears this space so the divine can come in, and the divine, this is an ace. It's the divine handing you an opportunity. It's handing you a gift, right? So it makes a space for the divine to come in and here, go, here's the passion, right? The fire, here's the passion. Look at the dragon, here's the courage. Here's the fire, here's the energy for you to make any changes that serve your highest good. This is really about your inner self. And it's beautiful. You have the fire inside of you now. And when you have that clarity, when you have that passion, right? When you have all of this wonderful energy, then, if I can pick up this card, of course, I'm not going to be able to pick up this card. Then you have the Page of Cups. Here comes the intuitive messages. We talked about the overall energy being about intuition. The intuitive messages are coming in. You've opened the energy and the space for the divine, your ancestors, your angels, your guides to really put those messages in front of you. Serendipities, you know, synchronicities, you know, the symbolism, the signs, right? And it opens up your intuition. And look, you know, this card is cups. This is all from that heart space that we're talking about. Very pure. I really love this. Then you have the Two of Cups. I love it. This is divine partnership. This is divine partnership with yourself, for one, right? With your higher self, this is that divine partnership. Now, for some of you, maybe this doesn't resonate, but then this is going to be love. Then love is coming in. Right? Page new love, divine love, soulmate kind of love, sure, that's what it could be about. It's not what I'm getting, but it's sure for some of you, that's how it could resonate. And if it feels more like you, but I want to know about career and whatnot, well, this is still divine partnership with, somebody that you go in business with, for example. But for the majority of you, which is why I'm not going to go off into the love or to the finance thing, for the majority of you, this is inner work. Okay? Then you have the 7 of coins right after that. That's gorgeous because that is you planting new seeds of how you think about yourself, new seeds of intention, how you want your life to be. You are really, really changing things, right? It's like, think about the garden, right? Like, okay, I've been planting cucumbers, but now I want watermelon. So you dig it all up. You don't want cucumbers anymore. Now you're, planting watermelon seeds, okay? So this is a complete overhaul, I feel, which is really nice because you have the moon. This is all the chaos, right? This is like all the chaos that's going around. But there's you. You're just that little golden lobster, and you're just heading on your path, following your intuition. What is my higher self telling me? What is my inner wisdom telling me? Oh, I'm so glad to have a relationship with you again, right? Definitely following your path, and nobody's going to tell you what that is right now. You are on point. You know where you're trying to go. You know what you're trying to achieve. And at sometimes, even though we have relationships and work and all of that stuff going on, sometimes we have to take that time for ourselves to realign, okay? And that's what you're doing, which again brings passion into your relationships, brings energy into the home, okay? When we're in a good spot, it reflects on the people around us. And you're taking the lead in this. I feel like you really know what's going on. Again, that communication is key. Now that communication is key. Remember, I talked about that being with yourself, but remember, that's also going to be with others to a certain extent. So if you have to take some time off for you, and your family is like, wait, what's going on? What about me and my need? You're just going to have to be like, I understand. I love you and I care for you. But at this point, I need a little time for myself to get things back in check. I mean, you do have this moment where you just shed all the falseness, right? That tower, all the negativity. A lot of you are going to have a big jump out of negative thought process to positive thought process. I didn't think this reading was going to go there, but it definitely is. Because at the end here, this last card out, you have the Empress. The Empress is about nurturing. It's about taking care, right? It's that garden again, knowing that I can plant anything, I'll nurture it, it will grow. She doesn't worry about how the abundance is going to come in. She just knows if I do this, it just comes. She doesn't worry about the rest. However, for your reading, this is also very much about you nurturing yourself, you nurturing the inner child within. And it looks like there needs to be some attention towards that. And that is good. That is progress. That is good. Now, lastly, well, not lastly, but what the other card that Spirit brought out is recognition. It's your own recognition of self, recognition of your self-worth, recognition of, hey, I haven't been very good about how I've communicated with myself, which of course will bring outward recognition. That's when you're able to be the Empress and let all of the abundance come to you naturally. So this is very, very powerful, very spiritual time for you. Definitely did not go where I thought it was going to go here. But Spirit always surprises me. Now, the last card out is the Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. That's you guys. Okay, that's the rebirth of you. It is the rebirth of you and how you view everything and how that changes your world. I mean, it just does in the most positive way. So it affects everything else, right? And it makes all your other relationships so much better. So I don't care if you have to watch this 100 times or just once. I would advise you over the next 2 weeks, where this energy is, when you start going back into the, I'm maybe not so negative, or maybe negative thought patterns. This isn't going to work. I can't do this. Come back and watch it again. Let the Spirit keep reminding you. Okay? You're not alone. That's the whole point. You're not alone. And this is one of the signs. And luckily for us, it's on video. We can replay it, rehear it. Anyway, all right. So, Cancer, really, really interesting and good. I feel very good about this reading for you. Let me know how this resonates in the comments. I read each and every one. Each and every one. Make sure that you hit the like, share, and subscribe button. That lets YouTube know that this is of value to you. And of course, don't forget to click on the little bell that notifies you of when Spirit and I upload a new video. All my blessings to you, Cancer. Until next time.